Scene script. Have you ever wondered why billions of people around the world engage in prayer? The answer lies in the profound power and significance that prayer holds for countless individuals across the globe. A universal practice, prayer transcends geographical boundaries, cultural differences, and diverse belief systems. It is woven into the fabric of nearly every religion, forming a common thread that unites humanity in a shared spiritual experience. Prayer is often viewed as a conversation, a two-way communication between the individual and the divine. It is a deeply personal act, yet it also serves as a collective expression of faith, hope, and aspiration. It provides a direct line to a higher power, an avenue for individuals to express their deepest fears, joys, hopes, and sorrows. But prayer is more than just words spoken or thoughts directed towards the heavens. It is an act of surrender, a demonstration of trust in a power greater than our own. It is the embodiment of humility, the acknowledgement of our human limitations, and the expression of our yearning for guidance and support. The power of prayer also lies in its ability to provide comfort and solace. In times of distress, prayer can serve as a beacon of hope, a source of strength, and a refuge from the storms of life. It soothes the weary soul, brings clarity to the troubled mind, and imparts a sense of peace that surpasses all understanding. Moreover, prayer fosters a sense of connection, not just with a higher power but with the world around us. It reminds us of our shared humanity, of our collective struggles and triumphs. It encourages empathy, understanding, and compassion, reinforcing the bonds that tie us together as a global community. In essence, prayer is a powerful tool that can transform our inner world and influence our outer reality. It is a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, a reflection of our eternal quest for meaning, purpose, and connection. Prayer has the power to offer comfort, guidance, and a sense of connection to something greater than ourselves. For Christians, prayer is a direct line to God. It's like picking up the phone and dialing a direct number to the divine. But what does that really mean? Let's delve a little deeper to understand the true essence of prayer in Christianity. In the Christian faith, prayer is seen as a personal conversation with God. It's not just a monologue, but a dialogue. It's a two-way street where believers pour out their hearts to God, and in return they listen, feeling the gentle nudge of the Holy Spirit guiding them. It's a sacred space where they bare their souls, expressing their deepest fears, joys, hopes, and dreams, knowing that they are heard and loved. Prayer in Christianity serves multiple purposes. It's used for praise, confession, thanksgiving, and requests. When Christians praise, they acknowledge God's greatness and the beauty of His creation. Confession is the process of acknowledging one's wrongdoings and seeking forgiveness. Thanksgiving is an expression of gratitude for all the blessings received, from the smallest to the grandest. Lastly, requests or supplications are made, where believers ask God for help or guidance, for themselves or others, in matters big and small. A beautiful example of prayer in Christianity is the Lord's Prayer, taught by Jesus Himself. This prayer encapsulates all the elements of praise, confession, thanksgiving, and requests. Starting with the recognition of God's holiness in Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, it moves to seeking His guidance in Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done, confessing and asking for forgiveness in forgive us our trespasses, and ends with a request for help against evil in deliver us from evil. The Lord's Prayer is a blueprint, a guide that Christians use to shape their own prayers. While the words may be different, the essence remains the same. A heartfelt conversation with God, filled with reverence, humility, and love. Hence, prayer in Christianity is a personal and intimate connection with God. It's not just about asking for things, but about building a relationship, a bond that grows stronger with every prayer. It's about experiencing God's love in the silence of one's heart and letting that love transform one's life. In Islam, prayer or salah is one of the 5 pillars and is obligatory for all Muslims. It's a beautiful symphony of physical postures and spiritual recitations, a ritual that is performed 5 times a day, every day, by Muslims all around the world. Prayer in Islam is a multifaceted endeavor, an act of submission and devotion to Allah, the one and only God. It's not just a spiritual exercise, but a physical one as well. It involves standing, bowing, prostrating, and sitting, each posture paired with specific recitations from the Quran, Islam's holy book. The timing of these prayers is spread throughout the day, from the pre-dawn Fajr prayer to the midday Duhr, the afternoon Asr, the sunset Maghrib, and finally, the nighttime Isha prayer. This rhythm of prayer creates a continual connection between the believer and God, offering moments of reflection and submission amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life. Muslims pray facing Mecca, the holy city in Saudi Arabia, where the Kaaba, the most sacred site in Islam, is located. This direction, called the Qibla, symbolizes unity among Muslims, as they all turn towards the same point, no matter where in the world they are. But prayer in Islam goes beyond the physical act. It's a time for Muslims to seek guidance, ask for forgiveness, and express gratitude. It's a personal conversation with Allah, a spiritual journey that nurtures the soul and disciplines the mind and body. Salah is not just an obligation, but a privilege, a gift that allows Muslims to have a direct line of communication with their Creator. It's also a reminder of the broader principles of Islam: humility, patience, and mindfulness. The beauty of Salah is that it's not confined to a particular place or time. It can be performed anywhere, from the comfort of one's home to a mosque brimming with fellow believers, from a quiet corner in a park to a bustling airport lounge. So, prayer in Islam is a structured and integral part of a Muslim's daily life. It's a spiritual anchor, a physical discipline, and a daily reminder of a Muslim's submission to Allah and their commitment to their faith. Unlike many religions, prayer in Buddhism is more of a meditation. This encapsulates a key distinction in how Buddhists approach prayer. Rather than addressing a deity or seeking divine intervention, Buddhist prayer is a practice of mindfulness, a journey inward to discover and nurture our inherent virtues. In Buddhism, prayer is seen as a means to cultivate three foundational qualities: mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. Let's take a moment to understand these. Mindfulness in the Buddhist context is a state of being fully present and engaged with whatever we're doing at the moment, free from distraction or judgment, with a soft and open mind. Through prayer, Buddhists cultivate mindfulness, becoming more aware of their thoughts, actions, and feelings, and their interconnections with the world around. Next, we encounter compassion, a quality highly valued in Buddhism. Compassion is the wish for all sentient beings, without exception, to be free from suffering. Buddhist prayers often invoke feelings of compassion, not just for oneself, but for all beings. This practice of universal compassion fosters a sense of interconnectedness and empathy. Lastly, wisdom in Buddhism is the understanding of reality as it truly is, unclouded by our biases or misconceptions. It's the realization of the core Buddhist teachings, such as impermanence, non-self, and the nature of suffering. Through prayer, Buddhists seek to develop this wisdom, gaining insight into the true nature of life and existence. Buddhist prayers often take the form of chants or mantras, repeated phrases that are used to focus the mind and aid in meditation. One such famous mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum, which loosely translates to, "The jewel is in the lotus." These mantras serve as tools to train the mind, guiding it away from distraction and towards a state of awareness and tranquility. In conclusion, prayer in Buddhism is not about reaching out to a divine entity, but reaching within to touch our inherent wisdom and compassion. It's a practice of self-transformation, a way to purify the mind and awaken the spirit. Thus, Buddhist prayers are tools to train the mind and awaken the spirit. Despite the differences in how prayer is practiced, there's a common thread that connects them all. This thread, woven through the tapestry of diverse religions and spiritual practices, is a profound testament to the shared human experience. It speaks to our collective desire for connection, understanding, and peace. Prayer in its many forms helps us to connect with something greater than ourselves. For some, it might be a deity or divine force. For others, it might be the universe or the interconnected web of life. Regardless of the form it takes, this connection helps us to transcend our individual experiences and to feel part of something larger. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, hopes, or dreams. In the quiet moments of prayer, we also find an opportunity for self-reflection. It's a space where we can step back from the noise and hustle of daily life to examine our thoughts, feelings, and actions. It's a chance to gain clarity, to seek forgiveness, or to cultivate gratitude. This process of self-discovery and introspection is a shared human journey, one that binds us together across cultural and religious divides. Prayer also allows us to seek guidance and peace. In the face of uncertainty or hardship, it can offer a beacon of hope, a source of solace. It's a means of navigating life's storms, of finding our way when the path ahead seems unclear. Again, this yearning for guidance and peace is a universal human experience, one that transcends any specific religion or belief system. And so, prayer, in its essence, can be a unifying force for humanity. It bridges the gaps between us, highlighting our shared experiences and aspirations. It serves as a reminder that despite our differences, we are all part of the same human family, all navigating this journey of life together. So, no matter what form it takes, prayer can bring comfort, hope, and a sense of unity among all of us.